Enough, Prinny. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Storm here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Black-owned beauty brands. I stand for Black-owned beauty brands. I use them throughout my makeup and makeup tutorials, but today I wanted to just give you a collective video. Then we're going to jump right on into the tutorial. Oh, right before we jump into this tutorial, I wanted to talk about a song that's really been, sticking with me. It's Sue Me by Wale. It's like, sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. And it's kind of been my anthem throughout this sad, sad time. We as black people, a race, we are really just going through a lot. I try to keep it fun on my channel just because we do get bombarded with a lot of the things that's going on, but don't take my silence as I'm not upset and angry at everything that's happening. I get so angry that I can't talk about it. It's just like, that could be one of my brothers, that could be my father, that could be my mother. It's just disheartening as to what's happening in America right now. I just feel like we gotta do better. We as a people, as a race, the humanity, we have to do better. Pull this tutorial in 3, 2, 1. Let's jump right on into this video using all black owned products. First, I'm going to start off with some lip balm because these lips are definitely chapped, and this is by Pat McGrath. It's just called her Lip Fetish Lip Balm. Really cute packaging. We know Mother Pat always comes through with the packaging. We're starting off with clean canvas. The only thing I have done is my brows and just some lotion on the face for moisturizer. I don't have any primer on. Should get some primer on, but I usually, like I said, start with my eyes. They are already prepped and ready to go. So for today's eye look, we're going to be using Juvia's Place and of course Auntie Pat, Mother Pat. Here are the 3 palettes that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the new Divine Rose 2 from Pat McGrath. And I'm also going to be using the Berries by Juvia's Place and the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place, just to get those fun colors into the lid. So this is what the inside of the Saharan 2 palette looks like. I'm going to go into, maybe this orange over here a little bit for a light transition color. I'm sure many of you know Juvia's Place, a really affordable black-owned business. Each palette is they range from about $12 to $20. I don't think I've ever seen anything over $20 or $22 on their website. And their palettes are pigmented AF. So I love them. Go ahead and start by, see what I mean? Pigmented AF. Just using that as a transition. Inside of the Berries palette looks like. I've definitely been using it a little bit, just a little. I'm gonna go in with this berry color, kind of build up the berry look that I'm looking for. I'm gonna try something with this lighter pink just to see how that looks. Ooh, that added a nice pop of pink for us. It brings it in a little bit brighter. So we're going to use that for our halo. So we have the inner workings of our halo. Going with a blender brush just to blend everything together. I'm going to go in with a little bit of P. Louise base right in the middle of my lids to get that inner color to pop. We're going to go in with Miss Divine Rose 2, our pop of color right in the center of the lids. And with this gold over here and then a little bit of this shimmer right over the top of it to give it that incandescent and enchanted look. That gold right onto the center. And that is giving us the look that we want. This is one of my favorite looks to create, if you couldn't tell. I just love pinks and golds together. So we have our gold down. Oh, Now we're gonna go in with free shade. It looks white in the pan. So as you can see, it kind of toned down the yellowness of the gold. Gives it a little bit of a shimmer. You see the difference?
You see the difference.
It kind of looks like a mustard gold on this eye without the pop of color over it. Basically it for the eyes. I am going to go in with brow bone highlight and bring the look together. So now let's move into the rest of the face. I am going to be using my Pat McGrath foundation. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation in the color medium 21. I am going to be using her concealers as well. I am going to be using M18 and M20 today. Just dot it all over the face. Dot that. To give us a little bit of a base down. Now I'm going to go into the concealers. The concealers are hella full coverage. I usually go in with M20 first, just to kind of get rid of my dark circles. It said you really only need like one dot of this concealer. So I'll try to go in. Now I'm going to go in with M18 just to brighten everything up a little bit. See how that just brightened up the face quite a bit, but not like overly done. Love it. Now we're going to go in with some setting powder. So for setting powder, I do have Juvia's Place setting powder in the color Gobi. This is a little too dark for my under eye, so I'm just going to set my face with this. Now let's go in with some cream bronzer. For cream bronzer, I am going to be using Fenty's cream bronzer in Honey Glaze. Just love this color. Now I chose to include Fenty in this because although Fenty is not fully black owned, Rihanna does have quite a bit of shares within Fenty, so it is still partly black owned. Love the color Honey Glaze because such a light brown color that it doesn't overdo and give you kind of an overkill on bronzer. I do have one of her Fenty brushes here as well. This is the bronzer brush in 190 right into the cheek area. I do like how this is angled so it can give you that sharp bronzer contour look that you're looking for without having to clean it up afterwards with powder. So I do like that. For contour, I'm going to be using Beauty Bakery's palette. This is the Coffee and Cocoa palette. I'm sure you guys have seen this as well. It's what this looks like on the inside. Go into Anti-Depresso. This palette packs a lot of pigment as well. Buff everything together. Let's use Fenty's cream blushes. I'm going to use a Rosé Latte just to kind of bring everything together. I know we do have a lot going on with the eyes, so I'm going to try to tone this down just a teensers. I'm going to use one of Pat McGrath's brush just to stamp in the blush. I do like how stiff it is, how it gets right into this palette, because as you can see, this is a baby palette. It's tiny. Stamp that right onto the cheeks. So I will take a damp beauty blender just to go over everything and press it into the skin. I don't really like blush to be in your face, so I will go ahead and go over this with powder to kind of melt everything together. But that is blush. It's there, but just like not in your face. I also do have Fenty's Killawatt in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I will use that for a little bit of a blush topper. Blush topper. So for highlight, this is Fenty's Diamond Bomb in How Many Carats. This is what the inside looks like. It was a lighter color. It does pick up other pigment because of that light color. I'm gonna go onto the cheeks with this color. Gives you kind of that like wet effect. I'm also gonna go on top with this color from Pat McGrath's palette. I love this as a highlight topper. Just like you see how just shiny. You able to see my highlighter from Mars, baby girl. When that sun hits, you'll be blinded. Now for under eye powder, I am going to go in with Pat McGrath's light powder. This is her pressed powder. I do like to put it right under the eyes to brighten everything up. And kind of buff in the middle of my face as well. It's a really nice blurring powder. So I do like to go over everything a little bit with that. Now let's do some eyeliner. I do have the Fenty Fly Liner. This is one of my favorite, most favoriteest eyeliners. I love how sleek it is and how easy it is to use. Lips, we're gonna go in with the Fenty Stunna Lip Paint in the color Unbuttoned. Now let's go over top with Miss Pat McGrath's gloss. This is the Dare to Bear Lust Gloss. So this is the final look of using all black owned beauty brands. So what do you think? No, that highlighter is just like standing out. Like I said, you're gonna see me from space. Baby girl, I really enjoyed kind of going through my makeup stash and pulling everything together and giving you guys this look. Kind of give you some ideas of, you know, brands to support, and maybe you have some in your collection that you didn't even think about. Like, oh, I have that Juvia's Place palette. Let me pull it on out. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye, guys.